Okay, so I'm back. I animated two doors. What I did is the directional light I renamed to sun. I positioned it so that we had sun from this side. Just gives a little bit better lighting. As you can see, I made some animations, some animation handlers. So if you play the scene right now, then when I walk to the door, then the door will open. Now I still don't apply any colliders to it, because when people move too fast they will go through the door, and it won't be a problem. You won't get any hesitation in walking through against the door and the door not opening and all that kind of stuff. Maybe the collider needs to be a little bit farther away, but the door is opening, and so I didn't animate this one, but I made the first person control also a little bit smaller, but I have to look into the stemming. Now I also animated this wall, so it opens up when you go near it and it closes. It's a really nice feature. Now, how did I do that? It isn't that hard. It's all kinetics. Now what I did, I've made some hinges over here, and then the door family is a parent of a child of that one, and then the hinges of this door are a child of the other family, and this is that family. So when I rotate this one, everything rotates with it, and if I rotate this one, then the door leaf will open. So that way you can animate those doors opening up. So we've got the big doors, and it's got hinges on two sides and just families of children of the other ones, and then you get those beautiful folding doors like you saw. And just well, if you looked at it, the other the tutorial, you can see the state machine and 3 animations of idles and open and closing, and with the conditions of the parameters, and on top of that the animator and a box collider and the entrance door script. Well, actually it's the door script, but I named it entrance door, but I can use it for the big doors, and it's also on the entrance doors. It's just the same script. Okay, so now we have the animation of the doors. We could add a lot more. Now we can do 2 things. Yeah, okay, got it. Now before we go and continue, we're just going to say save the scene and save scene as, and we're going to call this basic house nighttime. Now what I can do, so now I'm in the next scene, so I'm still in the same project, but I'm now in the nighttime scene, and what I can do is adjust my render settings to, instead of using the sunny sky, I can use the starry night. And then I will go to a bit more black, and my sun I will rename to moon, make it a wider color, pull down the strength a bit. Still a bit bright. Density. So there's still bias hard station. The intensity needs to be very, very low. 0, 9. Yeah, let's make it 2. It's too much. 1, 5. Yeah, like that. Okay, so and now we're going to hit play. Then we have a whole different scene. Just in the moonlight, we got some shadows from the moon. Doors are still opening. So the scene is completely the same. We need to change the water to nighttime water. And we now see that the textures of the bushes isn't very good. But this gives a nice feel to the house. We only need some extra lightning in the house. So let's first see if we save this scene, and we're going to open another scene, and we're going to open this one. Then we're back. You see? So it will remember all the objects and all the things and the skylight. So let's hit back to our nighttime scene. And then replace terrain assets, standard assets, water, nighttime water, and the mesh, but we want a plane. Go to copy that one. Want it to be in the same place, so that one is important, and it was 2.8, and that can be 0.5, and then we can delete no daylight water. And now Let's see if that one does work. No. Also something's going wrong with the water. But it doesn't matter for now. So okay, I got some a daylight scene, I got a nighttime scene. Now let's add some lights. Now we've got in our interior some lighting, but we want to replace those with the lights we've got here in our scene. So Unity lights, they're over here. But first off, I want to make a new family, and it can just be a generic model. Open, and we're just going to make a little cube. It's okay, load it into the project. Going back to my lights, select all instances, and no, it needs to be no, I'm doing this wrong. This needs to be a lightning fixture. Okay, load into project. Now I'm selecting all instances, and now I can put, oh, it's hosted. Sorry for that. And that's it's a face-based. Okay. New family. Lightning fixture. Seating based. Okay, now it's doing something strange, but we'll find a new way to conquer this problem. We're just going to say rename placeholder lights 1. I'm going to rename this to placeholder lights 2. Now I'm going to export this FBX to my Revit and Unity Light. Saving that file. Go to Max. Don't save. New all. It's just the same as before. Input lights. Open. Okay. Okay. And now we're going to export once again to lights placeholder. And back to Unity. And that 1, 2, 1 into the projects. And then 6 and 24. No, it's the other way around. No, it's not. What am I doing wrong? No, I didn't. It just looks funny. Okay. And now I've got my... Yes. Okay, now I'm going to create an empty game object. And I'm going to create a light. It will be a spotlight. And now I want to replace one object with another object. Now we can use the same thing as with the terrain. We can make a script. We just can copy a script. Hey, don't know why our editor folder is missing. Nevertheless, so if we're going to replace selection, Unity replace selection, then we've got this one. There's also a wiki, but I like this one more. There's a lot of people that made adjustments, and we're just going to the bottom one, copy, and we're calling this one replace objects. So we're going to make a new replace objects. Now I don't know much about programming, so this is just looking at Google, finding scripts, applying them, and you're good to go. And now where was it? Oh, tools. Replace selected, and then we can select an asset or a scene, and that's why we created the spotlights. Over here. Spotlight, and then we say replace selected. And if we take this one, and then tools, replace selected, selecting a game object, spotlight, replace selected, and now we get 2 more, replace selected. Now we can delete this one, and now I can delete this one, and I didn't need that game object. And now I've got some lightning exactly at the places where my lights are. Well, now the point is that it isn't exactly where the places are, because unfortunately the 0 point, the pivot point of our objects isn't exactly at the right spot. No, we don't need. It's a bit of trial and error, this. So there's that one. So if I'm selecting these, then I must be able to move all of them at the same time. No, it doesn't work the way I hoped it would be. I'm placing this one over here, getting the next one, and this one over here, rotate. Oh, redirect. Rotate. Well, you get the idea. Okay, just placing these two where they need to be. Something like that. Now the problem is that lights don't see any walls or anything like that, so usually it isn't a problem. Wrong one. Because you can't look through one of the through the floors, but we've got an unusual situation over here. Select. And the lights will go through. So I will adjust this one because you already waited for the other one. I will be right back. Just okay, so we're back, and then we see we have got it nicely lit now at the moment. And when we press play again, oh sorry, press play again. And we're walking in our scene. Then we have some nice lighting. Now this isn't working very nicely because in the free version you can't get any shadows from spotlights. So that's only the sun and the moon will cast shadows, so directional lights, and for all the other lightning you need to have the Pro version. So it's okay, but it isn't exactly what you want from a nighttime rendering. But it's a nice extra feature that you can give to people without much work. Okay, because you spend about half an hour longer on just adjusting a few things and adding some scripts. And you have an extra scene, and you can switch between those scenes. Okay, so the only thing that we can do now is build the scene. If we want to use both scenes, we can make two builds, one of the nighttime render and one of the daytime render, or you can put in a splash screen with a menu. I won't go into that. There will be enough tutorials online about creating menus with the 4.6 UI, because it's a new interface to create splash screens and menus and titles, and so there will be a ton of tutorials on that, so I won't go into that. The only thing that I will show you is the baking. So I'm going to save this scene, and I'm going to open our daytime scene. But for the nighttime render, I wanted to let you see that you can replace the lights. Okay, what we need to do is select all the static things. So don't need this. Exterior is a static object, and also its children. The doors interior, I didn't animate them, so they're static at the moment. Just change children, interior, furniture. Don't know this one. Doors have first person, we don't need that one. This is static. The terrain is static. The entrance door not, and the big door is also not. So now we've got all the static things, and in window light maps we've got our baking solution. Now also here there are a lot of tutorials about, so I'm just going to bake scene. Now it's exporting to Beast. They call the light mapping, so the making the UV mapping and applying the renders to it. Beast, so he's exporting now, and then he's going to bake all the lighting, so the shadows he's going to bake into the textures. So at that point we can turn off our lighting, and that will save a lot of frame rate. So the frame rate will go up. The size of your package will be smaller when you export it. So it's a good thing to bake your textures into the scene. So this will take time. So I will pause the video now, and I will get back to you, and I will tell you how long it took. No, I can't, because it's after midnight at the moment that I'm making this, so I'm going off to bed, and I will see you in the morning and we will finish this up. Okay, so I will pause the video now, and we're taking off when Beast has mapped the textures. Okay.